Life can feel like a battlefield sometimes, can it? One moment you're cruising, and the next, you're hit with something completely unexpected. It's in those moments that our resilience is truly tested. What if I told you that you could build a kind of psychological armor, not to become cold or unfeeling, but to become so strong that life's inevitable challenges don't break you, but instead make you? Today, we're going to talk about 7 ruthless but incredibly powerful lessons that will help you forge that armor. These aren't easy-peasy life hacks. They are deep transformative truths that, once you truly embrace them, will fundamentally change how you navigate the world. Stick around, because this might just be the mindset shift you've been looking for. First up, and this one is a tough pill to swallow for many, no one is coming to save you. It sounds harsh, I know. From a young age, we're often taught to look for a hero, a mentor, a partner, or even an institution to solve our problems. We wait for the right moment, the right person, the perfect opportunity. But the ruthless truth is that you are your own primary rescuer. Your life, your happiness, your success, it's all your responsibility. Waiting for someone else to give you permission to be happy or to fix your circumstances is the fastest way to stay stuck. When you fully accept this, something amazing happens. You stop being a passive spectator in your own life and become the active creator of your destiny. You'll tap into a strength you never knew you had because you realized the power was within you all along. This isn't about being alone. It's about being self-reliant and empowered. It's the foundation of your psychological armor. Lesson number 2. Your feelings are valid, but they are not always fact. We live in a world that tells us to trust our gut, to follow our heart. And yes, our emotions are important signals. They tell us when we're happy, sad, angry, or scared. They're a vital part of the human experience. But here's the ruthless part. Feelings are not objective reality. Just because you feel like a failure doesn't mean you are one. Just because you feel anxious about the future doesn't mean it's going to be a disaster. Our emotions are often colored by past experiences, fears, and insecurities. Building psychological armor means learning to observe your feelings without letting them dictate your actions. It's about creating a space between a feeling and your reaction. You can acknowledge your fear and still take the leap. You can feel the sting of criticism and still believe in your own worth. By separating feeling from fact, you take back control from the whims of your emotional state and start making decisions based on logic, values, and long-term goals. This brings us to our 3rd ruthless lesson. The world does not owe you anything. Not fairness, not kindness, not success. It's easy to get caught up in what we think we deserve. I'm a good person, so good things should happen to me. I worked hard, so I deserve that promotion. While that would be a lovely way for the universe to operate, it's simply not how it works. You become more resilient, more resourceful, and ultimately, more successful, because your progress is no longer dependent on the whims of fairness. Lesson number 4 is a game changer for your relationships. You cannot control what other people think or do. You can only control your reaction. How much time and energy do we waste trying to manage other people's perceptions of us? We agonize over what they'll think. We try to please everyone, and we get crushed when someone misunderstands or dislikes us. The ruthless truth is, you could be the most perfect, kind, and generous person in the world, and someone, somewhere, will still find a reason not to like you. And that's okay. Trying to control others' opinions is an impossible, exhausting task. Forging your armor means accepting this. It means focusing on living in alignment with your own values. Be kind, be honest, be you, and then let go. Let people have their opinions. Their thoughts are their business, not yours. Your business is how you choose to live your life and how you respond to the world around you. This frees up an incredible amount of mental and emotional energy to focus on what actually matters: your own growth and happiness. Next, lesson 5. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Our brains are wired to seek comfort and avoid discomfort. We like routines, predictability, and safety. But here's the paradox. Everything you want in life, a better career, a healthier body, deeper relationships. Greater wisdom exists just outside your comfort zone. Staying comfortable is staying stagnant. The ruthless lesson here is that you must actively and intentionally seek out discomfort. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means pushing your boundaries in a calculated way. It's having that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. It's learning a new skill that feels impossible at first. It's waking up early to work out when your bed feels so warm. Each time you step into that discomfort and survive, you expand your capacity. Your comfort zone grows a little bigger. Your psychological armor gets a little thicker. You prove to yourself that you are capable of handling more than you thought. Growth isn't found in a cozy blanket. It's forged in the fire of challenge. This leads us perfectly into lesson number 6. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. We are terrified of failing. We see it as a final judgment on our abilities, a mark of shame. But this perspective is completely wrong. Think about any successful person you admire. Do you think they got there on a perfect, unbroken streak of wins? Absolutely not. Their path is littered with failures, mistakes, and rejections. The difference is, they didn't let those failures define them. The ruthless truth is that failure is data. It's feedback. It tells you what doesn't work, so you can try something else. Each failure is a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to success. Building your armor means reframing failure. Instead of fearing it, you welcome it as a necessary part of the process. When you fall, you don't stay down and beat yourself up. You ask, what did I learn? Then you get up, adjust your approach, and try again. But this time you're smarter. You're stronger. And finally, our 7th and most profound, ruthless lesson. Everything is temporary. Your joy, your pain, your success, your failure. This very moment, as you listen to this, is temporary. This can sound depressing, but it's actually one of the most liberating truths you can embrace. When you're in a moment of intense happiness, this lesson reminds you to savor it. To be present because it won't last forever. And more importantly, when you are in a moment of deep pain or struggle, this truth is your lifeline. It's the whisper that says, this too shall pass. No storm lasts forever. No night is endless. Understanding the impermanence of all things gives you incredible perspective. It keeps you from getting too attached to highs and too devastated by lows. It builds a core of serene, unshakable strength within you. It is the final, essential layer of your psychological armor, allowing you to move through life with grace, resilience, and a deep appreciation for the ever-changing journey. So there you have it, 7 ruthless, but life-changing lessons. You are your own rescuer. Your feelings are not facts. The world owes you nothing. You can only control yourself. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Failure is part of success. And everything is temporary. These aren't just cool ideas to think about. They are principles to live by. Building this psychological armor isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice. It's about catching yourself when you fall into old patterns and consciously choosing a stronger, more empowered response. It's tough work, but the freedom and strength you'll gain are immeasurable. You'll stop being a victim of circumstance and become the architect of your own resilience. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If any of these lessons resonated with you, let me know in the comments which one hit home the most. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found this valuable, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content designed to help you build a stronger, more fulfilling life. Remember, you have the strength within you. Go out and use it. Until next time, take care.